What's up, loungers? I hope everybody is doing as great as I am today, okay? Listen, guys, we got a couple of things we're going to get into this evening. It looks like Jaguar Wright is, in fact, released from the hospital, and child, she is back up to her antics again. We are going to get into that. And finally, guys, YouTube has finally rolled out podcasts to content creators worldwide. Okay, so we are definitely going to talk about that. I had spoken about this over a year ago, and now YouTube has finally done it publicly. So we are going to talk about that and some of the great features that have come with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right into the show, guys. Make sure that you guys are hitting the like button on the way in. And again, we are going to get right into the shenanigans today. Okay. All right, so listen, guys, shout out to YouTube for the new podcast deals that they are rolling out to the people. Okay, it looks like YouTube has finally done it. They've taken the plunge and they've rolled out podcasting to all content creators. Okay, so what this means is it can feel overwhelming to some people. However, if you've been actually preparing for this for some time, actually, this is as easy as pie, okay? And I'm going to explain a little bit of some of this to you and some of the things that I was not expecting that actually did happen, okay? So again, shout out to YouTube for this. So let me go ahead and present my screen to you guys so I can share with you guys my actual YouTube studio. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how easy it was for me to transfer a lot of the content that I already have into a format of podcasting, okay? Because literally we're already a video podcast already with YouTube, and it was just a matter of putting it all together so that we don't have to necessarily use other platforms like Anchor or BuzzFeed, Buzzworthy, different things like that that would push your podcast out into other places like Apple, Spotify, and so forth and so on. Now, if you know, and if you're a content creator, you'd be very aware of the fact that Spotify and Apple and all these other places may not necessarily have as much viewership as YouTube does. In fact, YouTube actually holds about 24% as far as the viewership of podcasting, whereas other ones do not, okay? They're not as high, and people listen to YouTube a lot more. So YouTube, knowing that, wanted to kind of become the spearhead in podcasting. And they started to roll this out about a year ago to some content creators. There were some content creators that got this news and got these letters, but the letters were quite detailed. And even though some people thought they had the information, they weren't aware of exactly everything that YouTube was doing. Okay. So what YouTube has now done is they've allowed you to take one platform, okay, like say what I have here as Black Lounge Divine, okay, or Black Lounge Productions. I take this one platform and I can actually use all of my podcasts and pull them out from this particular platform. So I no longer have to have multiple spaces and multiple platforms on YouTube, which is great, okay? Because then and only then is where everything is kind of separated. So as you guys can see on the screen, I have a couple of podcasts. One of them is the Bossy Chicks podcast, which is one that only very select people in this sector are aware of, okay? So with this podcast, now I can put this in this playlist, okay? And it is set aside as an actual podcast, okay? So you guys can go in, you can take a look at that. That's the branding for it. And then that's what that is. And then the morning opinion that I've been doing in the mornings, I turned that also into a podcast. Okay. So every single episode on the morning opinion, all I had to do was go into my YouTube studio and click off each one and then set them into a playlist. and then create that playlist into a podcast. Okay. And that's exactly what I did. And then I used a thumbnail that I just created really quick in Canva and then put that there. Now, YouTube has it where you have to put a thumbnail. It's required to put a thumbnail on every single podcast. Okay. So it has to be a square thumbnail. It can't be the traditional rectangular thumbnail that we're used to. So what I recommend and what I've been doing, I kind of played around with it a little bit in Canva. What I recommend is a 640 by 640 pixel. And if you do that, you're going to have superb, it's going to look good. It's going to be crisp. It's going to be clear enough for you to see. And it's going to be small enough to fit in that space. Okay. So I would recommend a 640 by 640 pixel. And then you just simply do, whatever you want to do. I would be creative with it, of course, but you have to have a thumbnail. That is the only thing about that, is that you must have a thumbnail. So I made one for the Bossy Chicks. I got one for the Morning Opinion. I've got one for All Lies Debunked here. I've got one for all my true crime videos that I have on this channel, only on this channel though. And then the Sectors T, I've got all of those. All that includes all of my open letters and all of those things. That's all in a podcast. And that's it, guys. That's how easy that was to create them. Now, I can just show you guys the list of podcasts here. And these are all my podcast listings, okay? And I plan on making a lot more. So how this makes this so beautiful is because it kind of, like I said, it kind of cuts down on all the spaces you kind of got to go to, right? Especially with Anchor, where Anchor, you would have them uploaded to various spaces. You can still do that if you want to. But like I said, you got to look at what your audience is looking at, right? Is your audience watching you or listening to you on Apple? Is your audience really listening to you on Spotify? Or is that something you're just looking to grow, right? As opposed to where your audience may be here on YouTube already, and being as though most people watch this platform anyway, or listen to this platform anyway. You are already here, so you can make your already existing content into podcasts, okay? And you get to possibly be featured on youtube.com if you're doing that. And also, they have it where they're going to be putting these on YouTube Music, okay? So that kind of just does away with the whole Spotify deal, the whole Apple deal, because a lot of people listen to YouTube Music over top of Spotify or Apple. Okay, so again, it's all in your audience. It's all in kind of what, people that listen to you do, right? And that kind of thing. But either way, these are very, very exciting things that YouTube is doing. And those are things I was not aware of. Another thing that YouTube has done that I have been able to incorporate in my content lately is they have put in the ability to use creator music, okay? Now, I don't think everybody can do that, but I know that there's a lot of people that's doing it. It's currently in beta right now, but there are various tracks in here that you can use. You got to kind of look for stuff and listen to it and kind of see what you like and what you don't, and just kind of go through. And then there are free tracks. And there's also licensed, tracks that you can pay for. They have certain ones that are like $30, like this one right here. And then there's other ones that's like $1.99, $2.99, and so forth. They have different genres of stuff. And the beauty of this, right? And I'll tell you, at first I wasn't too excited, but then once I started going through the library, I realized one thing, that I'm paying premium prices for Epidemic Sound. And I don't have to do that when I have, as a creator, I already have the ability to kind of use music, to whenever I feel like it. And then there's some of them, like I said, I can pay for, which like a couple of ones that I have already downloaded for a couple of my projects. I've paid a couple of dollars for. But most of this stuff is free. You don't even have to pay anything at all. Okay, so free compared to an actual subscription to Epidemic Sound, it makes much more sense for me to use creator content, or content music or copywritten music from actual content creators, actual artists, billboard artists and whatnot, as opposed to using epidemic sound music, which is more not so much billboard type, right? More indie music and stuff like that. I like the indie music. I think there was some great stuff on Epidemic, but I think I'll be saving a lot more money with this feature. So shout out to YouTube for that. I really, really appreciated this. So I just wanted to show you guys some of the features that YouTube has rolled out for their content creators and how excited I am in regards to those matters, and how that has actually changed the game for me in regards to how I will be doing my podcasting coming forward on YouTube, and also how I'll be doing things just going forward. So you guys can check me out here on YouTube. Right now I am not currently doing Anchor and all those other things, because I really kind of feel like a lot of that is a lot of extra work that you don't have to do. And YouTube has literally made it that much easier for us, where we can just kind of do this and leave it here if we want to. If we want to go out and push it in other directions, okay, I think that's fine. But YouTube is a great space to grow, and it is a great space that you can kind of separate stuff, and that's what I like about this idea, is that we can actually separate our ideas now. Like I can talk trash about the sector if I want to. I can also do true crime and do this and do that and do it all on the same channel, and then separate it into podcasts. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing, because the replay value on that is going to be amazing. And I can imagine what this is going to be like in about a year. So shout out to YouTube for looking out for content creators. This is something we've been looking for. This is something we've been interested in, and they've been talking about it for over a year, and people have been trying to go in that direction. So shout out to y'all who have been getting yourselves situated for this, on things that we even discussed about this about a year ago. And now look where we are. We're at podcasts finally. So let's go ahead and get into this Jaguar Wright stuff, honey, because Jag is out of the hospital, okay? And we got to get into this, guys. What's up, Queen Shay and Nadia? I appreciate you being in the building. Shout out to y'all. For everybody that's in the clouds, make sure that you guys are hitting the like button on the way in. Guys, we are going to listen to the official Kingpin. He had done a video really briefly on Jag calling the police, okay, on Goomba, okay? And we're going to do this under the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, which is the allowance made for fair use for purposes such as criticism and commentary and all that good ish, okay? Let's get right into this nonsense, y'all. Let me go ahead and share and present the screen on this. And again, this is fair use. But child, we got to get into this mess because Jag is crazy, y'all. When I say she crazy. Okay, she ain't got her ish together yet. So let's go ahead and get into this, guys. Let's listen to this, and then I'll come back and give y'all my commentary.
Your information over to...
Hold on one second, guys.
The trooper, and I'll have them give you a call and follow up with you regarding that, okay? He's dangerous. And he needs to be put in jail.
Hold on, y'all. It keeps buffering. Let me stop it real quick and get it to catch up, because I don't know why that's happening. So bear with me just a moment. Let me pause it, and then I'm going to play it from here. All right, guys. Yeah, I don't know why this is buffering. This was happening to me yesterday, too. So bear with me just a moment, guys. Again, everybody hit the like button on the way in. And child, this is basically Jag contacting the Arizona cops to report Goomba for arson of the car. Okay, so She basically calls the cops on Goomba to let them know that he blew up the car. Okay, and now she's trying to say that he's dangerous and all this other stuff. And I just want you guys to kind of hear this, and then we're going to get into this commentary. But hold on, I'm just going to stop this right real quick, completely, and then I'm going to start all over again because I don't know why that is happening, child. All right, so bear with me just a moment. We are going to go over to the official King Payne. Shout out to the official King Payne. That's still my baby. I know he'd be doing the most over here with Jag. I don't think he's as bad as Sean Davy Way though, but yeah, King Payne be doing his shit too. So, but bear with me real quick while I pull this up because child, this was crazy. And the official King Payne will also be live tonight around 11 p.m. Eastern time so that you can take a look at what's going on over there. I'm pretty sure Jag will be on the show. She's going to talk about marriage, moving, pregnancy, all this other bullshit. Okay. So make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to the official King Payne when that does come on. Okay. And we're just waiting for this to go on, and then we're going to go right to the show. All right. So, guys, listen up. Oh my God. I don't know why this is doing this. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. All right. Let me go ahead and present this now. Here we go. All right. So it's about to start playing now. All right, let me rewind it because it was already up to like 50 seconds. But child, this woman went off. Okay, so y'all got to hear what she says to the police.
Okay. Jacqueline, I'll go ahead and get your information over to the trooper and I'll have them give you a call.
They were trying to just take her information and just give her a call, but she wasn't trying to hear that.
Call and follow up with you regarding that, okay?
All right, let me just pause this real quick because
he's dangerous and he needs to be put in jail.
Hold on, let me pause this real quick because I don't know why this keeps buffering and I want it to like play clearly, you know. So I don't know. Let me try to put my I can just put it on because I got it on Wi-Fi, so that might be why that's happening. Let me plug it into. Let me plug it in real quick. Maybe that will stop that all that buffering from happening. I don't know why that's happening, y'all, but forgive me for that, y'all. I apologize. We are going to hardwire this so we can play this better. Okay. Now let's go ahead and try this now because we're hardwired now. All right. So shout out to the loungers. I appreciate y'all being in the building and being patient. Make sure that you guys are hitting the like button. Let's go ahead and try this again, guys. Make sure that I have you. Make sure that it is presenting. Okay.
I understand.
It's still buffering. All right, so we're just gonna have to be patient, guys, but it's gonna come through. Everybody's gonna hear this.
I would have been in car. Gerald Lahoskin Johnson Jr.
It's buffering, guys, still. I don't know why. We are hardwired and everything. But anyway, guys, she is on the phone with the Arizona State Troopers, contacting them over the car and trying, basically, it sounds like she trying to get.
And Gerald with a J or a G?
She starts telling all his business. They ask her for his social. She act like she don't know that.
What a G.
But she want them to pick him up right now. Come on, man. This shit get on my nerves. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, Gerald. Yep.
Everything it's just buffering. There's no reason for it to be buffering. I'm not buffering on YouTube or anything. I'm just, this video is buffering. And then if I try to play something, it buffers. So I apologize. I don't know why this is happening.
L. Johnson Jr.
Hold on, guys. I'm determined to play this.
All right.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on, because this is just too much. I don't know why this is not playing. It's literally like a 2-minute long.
What's his date of birth? 7.
Okay, so I'm not going to keep doing that. It's just irritating. At this point, guys, I'm going to put a link to it in the description box so you guys can listen to it, because I'm not going to keep playing that. I don't know why it is buffering that bad. But either way, honey, Jag has been fully released from the hospital. Okay, that was done today. And the first thing she did when she got up out of there was contact the Arizona State Police so that she can allegedly report Goomba for blowing up their car previously. Okay, so as everybody remembers, Jag and Goomba were previously saying that the car that they had been blown up, and that it was blown up allegedly by Rock Nation. She blamed King World. She blamed a bunch of people for all of this. Either way, the bottom line is now that her and Goomba have broken up, now she's coming out and saying that Goomba is the one that actually blew up the car. Okay. And she's basically messing her and him up with regards to the insurance company. They're looking at insurance fraud at this point, if she wants to keep going down that road. But the bottom line is she's saying that Goomba actually blew up the car. Now she's contacting the police and telling them that this is the case. And she thinks that somehow in her mind, Jag thinks, that the police are just going to come running out of the building with guns drawn, come looking for him because she screams that he has a gun. And because she screams that, he's dangerous or whatever the case may be. They're going to look into this situation, especially since neither one of them live in Arizona, right? They're going to look into the situation. They're going to investigate, or whatever. But ultimately, if he's so dangerous and all of this, they're probably going to end up telling her she needs to contact her local police department, right? They're not going to come to Texas and do anything in their jurisdiction over something, over there. The only thing that they could do is the crime that was allegedly committed in their jurisdiction, right? And both of them, unfortunately, if this is true, would be on the hook regarding insurance fraud if that is the truth, okay? Because there was a check that was released and Jag received it. They both got it. They both benefited from it. So, like, I'm not sure how much trouble she thinks he would get in over top of any trouble that she would, right? I don't even know if he may go to jail because it's arson, right? I don't know. There may be charges that are brought up. I don't know. But the biggest question that I have right now, right, is this. Why the hell is Jaguar not stable at this moment, right? Like, why is she still doing some of these manic things that she was doing before she went into the hospital? When she was in the hospital, was she actually taking her medication? Because it's not like they go around and drug test you in the hospital to make sure that you actually swallowed the medication you were supposed to take, right? I'm thinking that she never swallowed these pills. She wasn't taking them properly, and then she got up out of there. She just did and said whatever she needed to say to them and manipulated the situation so that she could get out of there on time and still do the shit that she wanted to do. Like really, at this point, this is the only thing I could think of. Because why is she still literally the same person that she was before she went in there? You know what I mean? Like mentally and emotionally, she's still in the same space, the way that it looks to me. Now, like I said, I don't know, how smart this is for her to be running around here contacting the police in another state and telling them this stuff when in actuality she was involved in that same crime, right? Involved in that whole situation with the car, clearly she was involved in that, right? So would it be very smart of her to actually do this? And who's recording this shit, right? Did she record this and then send this to the official campaign? Did she record this and, or is somebody else? Like, what is going on in this situation? Why do I feel like we in a reality TV show here? Like, I mean, this is how I feel with this shit. It's just crazy, child. You said Jag soap opera stories is back, okay? And you said, why do they keep letting her crazy ass out? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how is it that she honestly got out this time? Like, I guess it's because, like I said, I think she's manipulating them. I think she's manipulating the situation and manipulating the stories to make them think that, hey, she's got herself together. She's taking her meds, they don't got to worry about her kind of situation. And then they let her go. And then she back out doing the same shit because she's not stabilized. But there's got to be a way that somebody who loves her or knows, right, would be able to see through some of this shit. But it's kind of hard to do that when you don't have anybody that's physically there with you other than the staff members, right? Other than the people that are in the hospital. Those are the only ones that have access to her, outside of, whoever she has on that phone list. So, it's kind of difficult to gauge whether or not she's gotten herself together or not. It's clear from the conversations that she was allegedly having with Sean Davy Way and all them, but at the same time, if she's able to manipulate them in that hospital, that she's okay. You know what I'm saying? They can't hold her hostage there. They have to let her go. If they feel like she has stabilized enough. But shit, all they need to do now, like all he got to do is just start showing the Arizona State Troopers, like, hey, listen, she just got out the hospital, right? She was just in there for some manic stuff before, the same stuff she was doing now, she was doing before, and now she's doing it again, and that hopefully that'll kind of help him. It's probably people that called to Arizona State Troopers on his behalf already. You know what I mean? Considering how a lot of these folks here on YouTube are super, super duper into other people's business, you know what I mean? Including myself, right? So I'm pretty sure, there's some people that had called over there and just kind of alerted them to what's going on with Jag, and even probably let them know what was going on with the car, right? And some of the things that she said. It wouldn't be difficult to show them videos of things that she said and people that she blamed for the car and all this other thing. So they probably wouldn't even make that big of a deal out of it. You know what I mean? Once they start seeing all these videos and stuff. But I can't believe that this woman would be calling them and telling them that this man is dangerous and that he's got guns and he's got Glocks and all this stuff. You know, just, and I mean, in her mind, I'm thinking that she want to see them come out and come blast his ass. That's what I think she want to do. That's honestly what I think she wants to happen. I mean, she already said, you know, she's looking to be a widow. She's already said those words. She's already told him that she would unalive him, and all kinds of stuff. And she's looking for that to happen in any way, shape, form, or, you know, or fashion possible, even to herself. You know, how she tries to get them to blaze her too, you know. But that is crazy, child, and it's just wow. You said you said she has to keep the stories rolling so she can't be locked up. Okay. She can't be in there, so she had to get out real quick and get this shit started again. It don't make no sense. But Goomba better run for cover, honey, because she is on that ass, and she is most definitely trying to get him up out of here. Okay. If she said, if you ain't gonna be with me, you're not gonna be with nobody, baby. Nobody but the Lord. Okay, that's who you gonna be with. But child, as this shit unfolds and we get more additional information, I will definitely be bringing y'all that tea. Okay. Right now, Legina Gold is still being Legina. Okay. She ain't got shit. She ain't nothing going on. She talking about she don't know what she gonna do. Where she gonna stay and all this stuff. I know she wasn't prepared for this weather in Texas, and it's just a bunch of stuff with her. I just wish that child would go home. I really do. I wish she would just go home, but she ain't going home no time soon. She has no plans on going home. She just feel like this is what she's going to do. She want to stick with this situation, and Jag is probably tired of her ass. To be honest, Jag is probably like, I don't even know why you still here. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and figure this all out. And as we figure it out, child, I will most definitely bring y'all that hot tea, okay? But child, this is the night ride for tonight. Make sure that y'all hit the like button on the way out, okay? And I do always appreciate y'all for coming in. And peace, guys. Thank you guys again for watching. I will talk to you guys later. And peace, guys. Oh. By the way, tomorrow I have 17 Family is having we're having a trophy event tomorrow with one of our under clubs. So I will probably be absent from the scene for a couple of days because I will be involved in all of those festivities. But I do plan on doing a show on the other channel, the Black Lounge Back Room tomorrow before I go ride out. So probably starting around 5 or so, I'll do a show with some music and stuff where we can just play around and laugh with some music and bust it up real quick before I start getting ready to go hang out with the family, okay? But I will talk to y'all later. I truly appreciate y'all for being in the building. Peace, Queen Shay, and everybody else that is in the clouds. And make sure y'all do hit the like button on the way out. Peace, guys. Thank you guys again for watching.